Red Hood!
What?
I know it's a bit weird asking this so late in the game, but aren't you scared?
Scared about what? Of dying? Of course I'm scared. But then again, I'm not technically alive right now. Not in the strictest sense. I'm simply borrowing Rappy's body. It's more like a possession. I eventually have to return it to its rightful owner.
I appreciate you saying that. I'm sorry that I doubted you before.
Apology accepted. What is it? You've been awfully quiet.
Don't you ever regret not being able to do all the things you wanted to?
Sure.
If you could do things differently, would you?
Of course.
Red Hood, don't you want to live in this era?
What?
Why don't you keep Rappy's body and continue living as Red Hood?
Hey, what are you saying?
I'm simply being pragmatic. Red Hood is a formidable fighter and has extensive experience on the battlefield. Frankly speaking, she's leagues above Rappy. Her specifications surpass all others by leaps and bounds. And her armor was fashioned by snow. If we want to reclaim the surface from the Raptures, it would be smarter to keep Red Hood instead of Rappy.
Are you crazy?
Do I sound crazy to you? I'm merely pointing out the obvious. If there's a choice between two individuals, you choose the one who's superior. Does that not apply to everything? This is really basic, right? Red Hood, the decision is yours to make. You're the current owner of that body. Stay in this era. Come with me.
Dorothy!
If I go with you, what will you do for me?
I will return you to a time when you shined brightest.
When I shine brightest?
Yes, I can do that for you.
Oh. Are they alive?
Yes,
Even Snow White?
yes. Although her personality has changed drastically.
What have they been doing all these years?
They've been wandering the surface, searching for a way to defeat the Queen.
Still? Incredible. Have you kept in contact with them?
No. Our thoughts differ on some key issues, so we don't see much of each other anymore. But if you were here, as you were then, we could all go back to the past. Back to when we were on top of the world.
And after we go back? What are we supposed to do then?
We can cross that bridge when we come to it. You'll be free to do whatever you want. I can go back with you. If I can, I mean. I can forget everything and start again. So come with me.
Dorothy, I'm not entirely sure what you're doing. But if you intend on using me to get back at them, you can forget it. I'm not the person I used to be. I'm just someone brought back to the present.
Well, that's your prerogative too. You can choose what type of person you want to be. Someone who remains a remnant of the past, or someone who lives on in the present.
Then I would choose to remain in the past.
Don't be too hasty in making a decision.
Dorothy, you really have changed. Dorothy I knew certainly had her pompous moments, but she never exploited others. Sure, you were difficult to deal with at times, but you were still someone I was happy to serve. But what is this? Is this some kind of joke? You're demeaning yourself by acting this way. You've forgotten the honorable name that we represent.
I'm sorry. It's just that seeing a face that I've missed for so long brings out the worst in me. You're right. We can't go back. The past is the past. Both that time and you.
涙の色はエメラルドブ宝石みたい